With all the issues in the world, Ukraine, ISIS, Ebola, isn't it nice just to get away from it all? Let's find out. Wouldn't it be nice if you could go anywhere in space? Just get away from it all.
I agree.
But only if we knew how to do this. I don't know if there's a way.
Maybe there is.
Well, someday we'll be able to find out. Who knows when that will be?
Could be a day, week, month.
Years and years passing by. Years and times of things that we could potentially know. Events, occurrences, anything that we could know. And if only we could see it all.
Future. A lot of future.
Or the past.
Present too.
The only thing is, if you go to the past, you don't mess with shit. Because you don't want to kill Hitler. If you kill Hitler, that affects the history now. If you punch a newborn baby in the face in 1765, that affects the rest of the world forever. It may not seem like it would, but that one baby getting punched in the face, their mother, who was getting corn from the field, might now go inside. That corn doesn't get harvested, the townspeople die. The townspeople die, America can't rebel against the British. If that doesn't happen, then America's still part of Britain, which affects the rest of history. You go to the future, and you don't want to affect things either. Because if you go help in the future with past technology, that should make things quite interesting. Because, I mean, at that time, they could have the iPhone 76, you know? You don't want to be using your iPhone 6 at that time. If you know what I mean. Now, do you know any way we could travel in space?
Not of a way yet, though.
Maybe I could look at my World Changing, a user's guide for the 21st century. He says on this page, Ebola. Fuck you. No help. Maybe this book, about jungles,
Check this one.
with a bearded man on the back. Juan answered
There's the
Linda's...
same bearded man on this side.
It's possible, Juan answered Linda's almost naked question. Wait, almost asked question.
Stuff about nude beaches.
What is in here? Great book, Lord of the Rings. Gandalf smiled. I've heard all about Sam, he said. He has no more doubts now. Well, I'm glad, said Frodo, for I have become very fond of Strinder. Well, fond is not the right word.
Actually, none of the books here are.
Maybe I can just go to my brand new magazine from this month about cars. But let's not get sidetracked.
Maybe, I have been hearing on the news stuff about the Izzes.
Is. Great people. I mean, you think about it. The things that they're bringing forward with the new combined word is twice. Is times two. I mean, you never know.
I mean, what's 9 plus 10, Dialogue?
But, being serious, if only we could figure a way to go to space. Boom. What are you doing?
I'm getting us to space.
Well, I'll also figure out a way to get us to space. We're actually taking off. We're generally taking off. Look it. Where are we going? Where are we headed to?
Space.
Where in space? Where are we going?
Let's first try the sands.
We're going to space. Nobody's ever gone to space in something besides a space shuttle. And you're saying in the studio room where we record videos of cats sleeping on beds that we're going to be able to go anywhere out there. The way that you look up at the sky and you can see anything. And now we're going to be there.
Yep.
We're going to join the sky. We're going to join the sky. Let me see that. Let me see it. Let me see it. We're going... Where in space are we headed to?
The sands.
The sands?
Well, actually, we could try the ISS first.
Yes. The International Space Station. Or ISS, as he knows it as in-school suspension. Because you were there a lot, weren't you? So we're going to the International Space Station. Up there, for once, America and Russia got along. And they built something brilliant. They proved
Sputnik.
to the world that if America and Russia work together, shit gets done. Now, not only are we going somewhere amazing, we're going somewhere that only people in fancy little suits, all white suits and fancy little hats get to go to. Well, now I get to join them with a suit and a tie, and a fedora with a feather on it. Are we ready to go?
Yep.
Well, to the International Space Station we go. Yo, we're in the International Space Station.
The ISS.
Yes. We are here. What can we find in a space, a place very unknown to many people? A place only known to the people in white suits. And if we can find out anything in here, we will be brilliant. Do you have any clue what we can find?
Let's look around and investigate, I guess.
Candles? Helpful? No.
Tankard. The candlestick.
Nah.
Oh, very useful.
They almost really like racing. What about
Maybe I can use my boomerang to find something.
what about this?
Professor Oak says it's time for everything. But
What about this?
looks like it's a clue from the pathway.
Because it's 2017 now. Here in space. We've gone ahead in time. Saying 2014. Somebody bought a Jeff Gordon Exalta car. Interesting.
Looks like it's diecast too.
I owned one of those before. Very, very proud of that.
That's interesting.
Your tie came untied. When your tie comes untied, you know it's time that you're going to get a bit more serious. And that's a good thing. Because I am prepared. And so are you. Let's find what we can find down here. What is Casey going to find? Ooh, hold up. Hey, what's this?
Looks like a piece of wood.
Coral from coral reef. Interesting. Take this over to our researching location.
Could this be from the sands?
The sand's alright. Something very suspicious is giving up. What's over here? Casey, what's over here?
Looks like a douse with trophies.
Time. Time. I'm not worried about the trophies. Take this. Take that to our researcher. Again, I'm getting the sense of racing.
Coral time? What do we get out of coral and time?
A very evil thing, if not used properly. Let's go over here. Go search for her with something over here. Wait! Musical notes. Those are not musical notes, wait.
Tracks.
That's footprints. We could use that, but look at underground worlds, volcanoes, storms, earthquakes, and floods.
Let's go look at things from the earth world.
Take these.
So we got
What could
coral
they
from
be
the
planning?
sands. Looks like. We got coral, time, tracks, and books.
And plastic. Plastic is very predominant in this area. If only we knew what this all meant. Well, let's get to work. Put our ties to the side. Time. What does this all mean? We got coral, time, we got a timepiece from a very specific place. A piece of plastic that looks to be sent in the mail. No, it was shipped in the mail. And I assume that had something to do.
There's another piece of this.
What?
There's another piece of this. It's broken.
If only we knew. If only we knew where that other piece was. I don't think we're gonna find it. Animal tracks and key things about planet Earth. There's specifically a Planet Earth book series about floods, earthquakes, storms, volcanoes, and underground worlds. What could this all mean? Let's check what time it really is.
On space. You know what time it is. It travels so fast. Looks like it's...
No. I lost my phone.
Looks like it's 22.
There's my phone. 11:56 to be precise. That's not 11:56.
It's 22:56.
Exactly. But our only issue is this here. But it looks like there's been many fingerprints on it. Look at it. You hold it to the right light. And it's been touched by many things. I have a very specific fascination with this piece.
Maybe we can search around a little bit more and try to find a piece that goes in. We're going to try.
I'm fairly confident this doesn't look like it's been broken. It looks like it's been carved this way. But if you think it's broken, try to look. I'm going to try to figure out these tracks all mean. Possum, muskrat, raccoon, beaver feet.
Might give us the right time or something.
What?
Just keep looking. What is this?
What?
Packing?
Right over here. See what that is. But it looks like more than just packing. Look at how easily it breaks. It's been here for a while. Don't put it in your mouth. You don't know where it's been. Let me see it.
I heard you can eat.
It is very true.
You can eat it? Wait, what? What are you doing?
Look it. This thing has water in it. Watch what happens when you add it to water. Hold this right here. Don't drop it. Put your boomerang down. Let me see it. Hold that. Now watch what happens when you add this into it. Okay, put that thing. Here, take your boomerang. Let me put this back. In recent years, Earth has gotten more and more worse. So to pack things better, they started using decomposable foam. And if you look at it, watch.
You look at where I found it.
Watch. Over here, look at what we can do. It's slipping out of my hand. Hold up, hold up. It sticks to the packaging. It's... Wait. Back. This is ridiculous. What else is over here?
Maybe this could fit into it.
Let's bring all the stuff back over here. We gotta start analyzing.
This looks like it could have been a piece that fit over here.
Let's review what we found. So far, we found, well, no other way to put it, coral. Not sure if it's from the sands or if it's from the earth. We have found an animal track finder, plastic label thing that could potentially somehow be added to the rock glass. What is that? More styrofoam, huh? Plastic, books, and some interesting packing styrofoam. So let's see what the whole plan is. I'm going to try to analyze it. Put it away. That stuff gets really sticky, like it's going to be messy. Okay, now you look it, get over here. Help me analyze this stuff. Okay, here's the coral, right? We know coral or something is what?
No.
What'd you say? It could help us analyze this.
No, it's nothing to do with the coral.
Well, what to do with the foam? The styrofoam.
I said the stuff is edible.
Look at this.
Actually tastes really good.
That's not a whole amount of stock of this stuff around. Don't be eating. We need to analyze it. We eat a pizza or something. What do you know? Look, there's like a bit of blue. And it's all red. It's all red on the inside.
Maybe
blue over here.
whatever this is from, it was part of rock, and then whatever this is from, it was part of water. So it must have been like an erosion change, or
Volcanoes.
that would be this. I'm gonna go read up on the book.
Go read up on volcanoes. The Guide to Mammal Tracks of Eastern North America. Why only Eastern North America? Kiss it. Why only Eastern North America? Isn't that like from New England to Florida?
Yeah.
And the part of Canada up there.
You're right. This is it right here.
What? What does it
Rock
say?
is formed. Rock is formed when water has corroded the land, dug itself in the land, made holes.
And look at that. That matches the description completely. Look at. You can see all the holes in it from where it's been. We can. Let's go bring it back to the map station.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's write down what we found out so far. These fancy new space pens. You gotta shake them.
Is this like the spaceport?
Yeah, the only issue is that.
only shows up on.
Yeah, okay.
Wow, there must be some really powerful ink there.
It is. So what did we find out?
The core was made in volcanoes.
Here, you write it. I'm gonna find something to erase it with if we need to. This. What am I going to erase it with? I guess we're just gonna have to let it be.
We either found it in the sands or in the. Where's the book? Whoa, look at all the other stuff that this is made out of.
Ivory leaves decorate the organ for warped silver drinking thing.
It looks like this is a furnace.
Interesting. Interesting.
They made carved gold. Vesuvius made a lot of.
Destruction of the people in Pompeii. But what would Pompeii have to do with coral? Is that man with a plastic bag on a volcano? No, he's got a bag. Okay.
We should go back and check. We have the machine for it.
Yes, we should go back and check. Analyze it in our analyzing location. Let's get as much information as we can first. Okay, my next thing is you put all the pieces together. This says Connecticut on it, right?
Yep.
Mohegan Sun is where? And where's Connecticut located?
North America. In the eastern part of North.
So something has to do with Connecticut and eastern North America. What could they be planning against them? Or what could they be doing? Now the government can do things behind your back. As we've seen in 2013 and 2014 and many other years to go, the NSA getting into your phones, correct?
Correct.
So, they can do many sneaky things. Could this be one of them? Could this be where your tax money is going? 2, intense space research. I mean, we look at these footprints here. What are they, possums?
They're all lab rats. The things that they test in labs.
They're all mammals. We have squirrels. I want to see what a flying squirrel would be. In a question.
That would be in.
Connecticut. They could test flying squirrels in space. They could see how a flying squirrel flies in zero gravity. I mean, certain things don't work in zero gravity, as we've seen with Beyblades. They sucked in zero gravity. But most things are pretty legit in zero gravity. right?
Let me just observe this coral a little bit more.
Take it over to your place. Now you take your analyzing boomerang. But we can date when this stuff got up here. This foam tells me about 2012. This stuff's been here since 2012, some of it. Casey.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff's been here since 2012. Okay, that's not many years from what it is now. We only went a couple years into the future. Okay. And I think remember what we talked about before we went on these adventures? You know, before we went into space and did fancy space analyzing, that we were talking about don't mess with the past.
Yeah.
I think if we can figure out what this is, we go back and stop it in 2014. Because right now it's what, 2017, 18, 19? Time's going so fast we can't tell. This here, though, looks to be some of the last real coral that you can get. Because now it's illegal to fish for coral.
When was that?
Years. Many years. But before you could, this seems like
How do you even catch something?
you dig it up out of the ground. See,
It's
it's
not catching it.
well, you can catch it. I mean, you
It's
catch a
scooping
coral.
it up.
You catch a coral, the coral floats. See, it's a living thing.
So it's breathing?
Not
It
now.
looks like it's,
It's
from my
dead.
observations,
It's dead now. Be careful when you hold it. Hold it in a nice, delicate way.
you can tell its age by its spines. I counted 27 spines.
Like I said, I feel like it comes from the 90s, I feel like. But you can date this stuff, right? The packing stuff?
Yeah.
Give me some more. Give me like 5 more pieces. What is this? This here looks like a broken apart one. Wait, this is the effect of it after it's been wet. It gets harder to peel apart. See, look how easily it breaks before you get it all wet. What?
Let's think about a few people back on Earth.
Yes, few people.
There was this
Bring me that chair.
stripper named Amber. She was very deep.
Yes, people from Earth, people that sometimes are there, you know, people that you knew, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People you knew, and when you're away in space, anything can happen. And you know, you may never see them again. Not if you were going to see them before, but anybody in space right now, we could be killed. Somebody could not see us ever again. No, we will know what happened.
We'll be sucked up by a black hole. No trace resistance.
Black holes,
Irrelativity theory. Here's Charlotte. Space food. That's the thing they eat their peanuts on.
I'd love a sandwich. I love some sandwich on some space food, sir. Can I have a sandwich on some space food?
That's they eat their peanuts
Look
and
at
airplanes called.
Look at. Okay, so what have we gathered so far? Let's go through. We know that the core has something to do with volcanoes in the sands. We know that everything comes from New England, okay? And we know that it's all more recent things from 2012, 2014. Because I know this thing's 2014. You can look at it and it says 2014 right on it. But some other things, you can tell were $3 at its time.
This looks very old.
It does, but the question
Wait,
is...
what was that?
What? Baby ring net at house 9/20 2000. Fisher cats. Those things are ridiculous.
Why was it marked on that page?
I don't know. But Fisher cats scare the shit out of you. Especially when you live in a city.
I just wanted to see it.
That's been there for over 14 years. Okay? Look it. That's been there for over 14 years. 9/20.
We do some more research on house.
House city. You can typically smell where the paper's been from. I'm getting a smell of New England, right?
Yeah.
But I'm getting a smell of Preston, Connecticut. You know where that is.
Yeah.
Getting a smell of Preston. And many, many cats. Wait, this here's been connected to the book. It has the same... If we scan this, scan the book, this book's only been here for a couple years, but it's been made for, what? Many, many years. This stuff here basically gave me a sense of what year it is. Stuff is from. The time's never changing.
Wait a minute.
But the time is changing. We have an issue. Casey.
Hold on. Fisher cats are not found in Connecticut.
They are now. I remember when I was...
But the next page that it's on, the river otter, that is found in Connecticut and all over the world.
I remember when I was 14.
Saucy.
We're ahead in time. You remember that? When I was 13 or 14, I was outside with a dog we had at the time and a cat. My parents. My brother was also over at the time. We were just outside eating, and all of a sudden, up in the woods in the back of our house, there's a loud scream. Now, Fisher cat's cries sound like a screaming child. So if you imagine a child screaming, that's the same as the sound of a Fisher cat.
Oh God, no one Fisher cat has been alive.
Scary as hell. And you do not see that cat ever freak out. That cat ran to the door. The dog's ears went up, everything. I don't know anymore. I don't know. So what did we find from being in the International Space Station?
Bunch of things.
Well, over here at this fancy restaurant, do you want some tea?
Sure, why not? And a crumpet to go with that.
So, I need some tea and some wine.
Well, man, we don't got enough.
What's up? Well, I was just in space. I need some tea and some wine.
Well, sir, here's all we got.
I'm gonna take it. Just shut up. You know, put me in charge. So bad with you in a restaurant.
What?
Why did I get in charge of this place? You know what? She on a plate this size seems legit.
Hey, Joe. What?
Here you go, sir. Give you some fancy tea. Somehow I got put in charge of this.
Yay, I
restaurant.
can't wait to taste it.
I got some fancy wine. Would you like some bread? Want some bread with that? That's how I became in charge of this, so let's get some bread over here. Is it a bit too hot?
Oh my god.
What?
It tastes disgusting.
Well, who's ready for the food round?
So from eating styrofoam to drinking meal water. Tea. To eating bread.
You're a dumbass. Go sit back down. We need to talk about this, seriously. Go sit down.
Alright.
Go back to your table, sir.
Chef.
Chef Kurt is repping. Repping LA. Now,
That is the worst tasting water ever.
tea?
Yeah, tea ever. Sorry, I'm just used to ordering water at restaurants.
Totally understandable. Well, sir, we have other things to offer you out of kindness and generosity at this lovely restaurant. But first, let's talk serious business. The business of what happened when we went to the International Space Station.
The ISS?
Yes. Yes. No, but seriously, what did we find?
We found out a lot of clues about the eastern part of America, North America.
So that's basically New England and part of Canada. Oh shit.
Yep.
That drawer finally decided to close itself. So, what happened? Let's talk about what we discovered. Casey. We came to the restaurant to talk about what we discovered, not pet their house cats.
Wow, never seen it so.
What?
Never seen it so open like that.
Yeah, you've never seen it open because you've never been to this restaurant.
Shut up, Curtis. Are you pasting the bread?
Yep. Why don't you focus on answering my question?
I'm sorry, what?
Why did I decide to go to space with you?
Because Casey would program all the things to make...
That's the same guy that doesn't know how to answer my question.
I have trouble answering questions.
I said, what was the thing that we mainly discovered?
That... What? what's it called?
Stop petting the cat. Focus on the
I
food.
can't think of the name.
You get some free extra cake. And, some fancy bread.
Can't think of the name at the top of my head.
The International Space Station?
No, the animal, the Fisher Cat. But the Fisher Cat sounds like a very scary specimen. Very scary. Oh my goodness.
No, I agree, yeah.
And
It had to be doing something with it in 2000.
yeah.
Wow.
I live at a house.
In the past, my fantasy football team's doing pretty good. So what you doing?
Talking to my local colleagues on Space Reporter. It reports all the latest space news, including space.
Wow. This wine is shit.
Well, leave it up to the waiter to make bad wine.
The lovely chef, who I killed and took over. What? Try some bread. Eat the whole thing. Bit hard, but you know, still good. So, I don't know what we're gonna do. Watch space news.
Yeah.
What's happening now? Huge meteor over Russia. Fuck you.
Halley's Comet just passed over the ISS. Interesting.
Good news. He's using space Twitter. That puts tweeting to a whole other dimension.
Retweet that. Like, yeah.
That's the gay version of him coming out. He flipped with a fine line. Well, Iggy Azalea is a beast. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, jeez.
Question. Where should we head next? Because a lot of the news that we get on our phones are for how it is on Earth, right?
Yeah.
So, because it's only 2014 on Earth, but it's 2000. Don't let her get in that jacket. Because it's 2020 now. 2014, we saw the worst outbreak of Ebola. And this happened. This picture popped up on my Instagram. So, not today, Ebola. Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe next week. I don't know.
No. Can't do it.
But
He has Ebola. Anything else we need to
what?
anything else we need to look at? Or do you think that we've done enough damage to space?
Space. The far frontier. I don't know.
I feel like we've done our good deed, right?
Oh, another space tweet is out. Let's see.
Ebola in space.
This wait.
How's your tea over there?
Disgusting.
He hates the tea.
Oh, that's not good. The Proxima Centauri just exploded, creating a supernova, which is the closest star to Earth.
That's good. That's great.
What are those packing peanuts made out of?
Death. Well, you think we're done at this restaurant, don't you?
Yeah. Okay, so we found out today that we had a lot more troubles than we intended to have before. Earth's troubles that were now in the past, ISIS, Ukraine, and Ebola are now over. They are in the past and in the future, I guess. Well, now today, as you hear, this is tomorrow, which basically is the lifespan of a day in space.
Things change.
Adios.